welcome back to my channel again, and also Happy New Year. A little bit late, but better late than never, right? In this year 2025, I'm going to bring you guys brand new series, a series where I am baking while vlogging as well. So it's not going to be too serious, but more to the fun side. I will be putting my toddler in some of the videos in the episode, so keep a lookout for that. And today we are going to be baking together galette de Rois. Many of you might have heard this galette de Rois the first time. So it's a French cake, directly translated as king cake. This cake is used for the celebration of the Epiphany on the 12 days after Christmas, which is usually on the second week of Sunday in January. Let me bring you in more depth about this French tradition. It's very interesting. So this is to celebrate the arrival of the three kings in Bethlehem during the born of Jesus Christ. And of course, one of the most exciting thing during the celebration is to find the fave inside the galette de Rois. So fave is also known as the bean. So whoever found the fave from their slice, they are the king or queen of the day. I believe many of you have tasted galette de Rois before. So it is made out of puff pastry, and then it's filled with the almond cream, or also known as frangipane cream. So the first thing we need to prepare here is to prepare the crème pâtissier, or also known as the pastry cream. And to prepare our crème pâtissier, we are going to take our saucepan, pour in the milk together with half the quantity of the sugar, and then add in the vanilla beans together with the stalk. And we are going to let these to boil and infuse for about 15 minutes with a low fire. While we are waiting for our milk to infuse with the vanilla, we are going to take a bowl and prepare our egg yolk. So we're going to pour in the egg yolks together with the rest of the sugar as well as the cornflour. So we're going to beat this until it's well incorporated together. So the target here is not just to make sure it's incorporated, but also to make it lighter in color and fluffy just a little bit. So use a whisk to do this. Once we achieve this, we are going to take our saucepan containing our hot milk, but first we are going to remove the vanilla bean stock first. Pour just a half of the hot milk into our egg yolk mixture. Mix it well, and after that we are just going to pour the egg yolk mixture with milk back into the saucepan, and we're gonna heat this until it's well cooked together. And in the process, you will see that the texture is going to get more thicker. At this stage, it's very important to just keep on stirring them so that it doesn't burn at the bottom. So remember to use a very low fire. Once you achieve this texture as shown right over here, we are going to turn off the fire, add in the butter, and continue mixing it again. Use a whisk, hand whisk for this one. It's very important. And of course, we are going to let this to cool down. So to cool this down, we are going to transfer it onto a flat plate. Flatten the top. And then cover it with a cling film. This is also very important, is to ensure that our crème pâtissier or pastry cream doesn't form the skin on top of it while it's cooled down. And place it in the fridge for at least 3 hours to completely cool down. The next thing we need to prepare is to prepare the almond cream. This is very easy as well. You can use with your own hands, or if you have a mixer, you can use that as well. It will be much more easier. But right here, I'm going to use my hand with my mixing bowl. So first, we are going to place our butter into our mixing bowl. Beat it so it is more soft and smoother before we are adding the next ingredient. And after that, we are going to pour in our almond powder together with the icing sugar. So the icing sugar here, I am using my sift just to ensure that there is no large or clumped up icing sugar inside the mixture. And then we are just going to mix this until it is fully incorporated. Once we achieve this paste-like texture, we are going to add in the egg yolk together with the pastry cream or crème pâtissier for about 5 minutes, just to ensure that everything is really mixed up well together. One tip I can share with you guys to make it more easier for the almond cream to be placed inside the puff pastry, you can actually freeze this almond cream. So to do this, pipe the almond cream on top of a baking paper and then place another baking paper on top of it just to flatten it in a circle shape, and then just keep this inside the freezer for about an hour. Then you can use it without worry that pouring too much on top of our puff pastry, and it will actually look much neater. So right here I have the puff pastry, which is a store-bought puff pastry, Borg, B-O-R-G, Borg's brand, as well as my homemade puff pastry. So here I want to differentiate from the texture to the taste, and also to check how aesthetic it is compared to the one that we bought from the shop. Right now, I will be using the puff pastry that I bought from the store first. And to do this, I'm just going to lie this puff pastry on top of my working table. I'm using entremet circle, so this is about 24 centimeters. Right after that, we are going to brush some water around the edges of the puff pastry. This is to act like the glue of our puff pastry, because we are going to put another circle layer on top of it after we pipe in our almond cream. So here is the almond cream. We are going to pipe from the center to the outside. Or if you have already freeze your almond cream, you can just place the almond cream frozen disc inside the circle of our puff pastry. Of course, don't forget, this is what is most important. We are going to place the fave. It's very important for us to place the fave at the corner of the almond cream, because if we place the fave in the center of our galette, there are high chances that the first cut we already can see and get the fave. So where's the fun in that, right? And we are going to layer this with another circle puff pastry on top of it. It's very important to make sure that the two puff pastry doughs are really glued together, because if there is any areas that is not sealed properly, the almond cream will go out of the puff pastry and you will have deflated and burned out almond cream while it's baking. So we do not want to do that. Ensure that all the edges are properly sealed. And right after that, we are just going to brush our egg wash on top of our galette. Ensure all of the surface is well coated. And this is the fun part. This is up to you, however you like it. You are the designer of your galette, your galette des rois. So we are going to scorch our galette using a knife. We are going to be gentle in scorching the galette. We do not want to overdo it because we do not want to tear any dough on top of it. You can search in the internet the famous way to scorch the galette des rois. And once this is done, we are going to bake in our preheated oven at 170 degrees Celsius. We're going to bake this for 50 minutes to about 1 hour. We are going to keep an eye on the galette while baking. And of course, once it's baked, we are going to take it out of the oven. And quickly brush some simple syrup on top of our galette and leave it to cool down. So basically we are done right over here, but since I have another puff pastry to test with this recipe, so I'm going to do everything again, the same one, using my homemade puff pastry. So once this is cooled down, we can just enjoy our galette des rois. Yay! We have here Alois, our food critic of the day, to try our galette des rois. Galette des Rois is usually enjoyed while it's warm. You good? She approves. The Galette des Rois can also be kept for up to 3 days, and it can be preheated in 160 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes. You like it? Table? It's good, huh? After trying both of them, the difference between the store-bought puff pastry and also the homemade puff pastry, I would prefer the homemade because it's more flakier, and then look how it's baked. It's closer to the ones that we can buy from the patisserie shop. So I would suggest to use a homemade puff pastry, and I will be posting the homemade puff pastry very soon. So keep a lookout for that.
Mama.
Oh, wait. Plus the almond cream recipe here is not too sweet, so even children, it's okay for them to have this guilty pleasure for sometimes, and they can win the fave. Unfortunately, we don't find the fave here, but we're still going to put the crown on Alois because she'll always be the queen or princess in the house. And you are the queen. You are the princess. Princess of the day. Yay! Bravo! And that's all for our episode this time. Galette des Rois. Happy New Year again, everyone. Next time. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also hit the notification bell so you will always be notified whenever I upload new videos. And of course, we will see you guys again next time. Bye bye. Au revoir. Au revoir. Bye bye. Au revoir. Miam miam, c'est bon? Merci.